would you say, so kind of going back a little bit about changing narratives and that sort of thing, but like United States, we got like the most like depressed people like on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have like the most money on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
We all have it very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So is the answer simply perspective? Does somebody have to go to another country to experience so much less to come back to be like, shit, I do have it good? Is it as simple as just changing the perspective of somebody to get out of this weird depression that we're all in? Well, not we're all in, but a lot of people are in when they have literally everything that you could ever ask for, but yet they wake up in the morning sad.
Well, for me right now, I look at the world. When I look at other people right now, man, I see, even like, for instance, children. Remember back in the day, we go to the store with $1, we can get a bag of chips, a juice, some gum, and some 9-laters or something like that. We can get a lot of stuff. Now, man, these kids, they go to the store, man, with $1. All they can get is a pack of gum. Like, it's a hard life for people now.
Mm-hmm.
And the television, the thing that tells lies to your vision, is the thing that's killing us more than anything. That's the number one, music and television. Music and television is the world destruction.
Mm.
So now you got individuals that know it ain't right, promoting music that's talking about killing each other. You're gonna pump a kid up so high in the media, and he's gonna pump out negative information and cause stress amongst the human race. Now, then you're gonna come back with a mass shooting at a high school that's gonna scare every kid around the United States, gonna make him scared to go to school. He don't even want to be out here. He got PTSD, what's it called?
PTSD.
PTSD. He got all of these things, and you want him to function in the classroom all day. The world is in pain, brother. We need a whole deprogramming of what's going on in the world. And the only way it's going to change is if all these trainers, all these motivational people, all these people come together. One thing about the world right now and the state it's in, we all going through the same depression, man. We are being attacked by our own government. How are we supposed to feel? How are we supposed to feel? We're being attacked at home when the object was to protect us. When in a million years have America, now you can say what you want about America, it's been so many different cultures and so many different groups and so many different evils, but one thing about America, America always fought for their people. No matter what it looked like, they fought for their people. And I can say it with everything in my body, our government is at the weakest it's ever been. We depleted. I love you, Sleepy Joe. But damn, Joe, this shit is made for the young, the hungry, the innovators. It's time for the new. Because what happened is the old did not appreciate the young. If you don't take care of the future, Sleepy Joe, the future won't take care of you. That's how it goes. And now we got people with outdated ideas for the world running it. It's like the kids that we at our grandma, granddad house, like, granddad, you know we can do this shit way faster, but I'm gonna do it your way because I know that's how you like to do it. That's where we at right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll help you write that letter instead of just doing a quick email or text.
So when I say it's, man, that question got so many layers on it, man. And then I tell the people, I'm not mad at the people, man. Y'all doing a great fucking job in the pandemic that we in. People, families, people still fighting, but people still dying too. The one thing I would say is, as a message to America and a message to the world, man, we're fighting each other while other powers are fighting us. And that's what we gotta stop. At some point, we got to turn around collectively and say, you're not my enemy. They're my enemy. And until you realize that, we're going to stay in this place. We're going to stay in this place, man. We literally are at a war with each other, with another war coming at us. They used us to distract us from the problem. And we fell for it. But now I'm reminding you, I'm telling you, if you don't turn around, when you do turn around, there will be no more land, goods, food, services available. The only way we can live, our grandchildren, our sons, our daughters, is if we come together like yesterday.
Power Project family, how's it going? Now, we partnered with an amazing brand, Bubs Naturals. We actually have some of the products on the table. Their MCT oil powder, their collagen protein, and this
Yeah.
their apple cider vinegar gummies. Okay. One thing I want to let you guys know real quick is that the Bubs products, number one, they mix super well. So I've had different MCT oils and I've talked to people who've used MCT oil and mentioned to the copy, and it doesn't mix well. Well, their MCT oil is amazing on coffee in the morning just on its own, but their collagen protein, and collagen is great for joint health, hair, skin, nails, all that stuff, that also mixes just so well into coffee and everything. That's one of the crazy things. But secondly, these freaking apple cider vinegar gummies, I don't ever supplement apple cider vinegar, but they put them in gummies, which is great. 2 per serving. We have literally eaten one of these full things. Andrew and I have split this. And Mark has to be so careful. Like, we give him 2 and we take it away because it tastes so good, but it's actually really good for you. So Andrew, tell them how to get it.
Yes, guys, seriously, have just the recommended dosage. Just have 2 of those gummies. Don't have 2 full bottles the way we do. Head over to bubsnaturals.com and at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject to save 20% off your entire order. And what's really cool about Bubs Naturals is they actually donate 10% of all their profits to various charities, starting with the Glenn Doherty Memorial Foundation. Again, bubsnaturals.com, promo code PowerProject to save 20% off. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes.
How does the individual, like, what maybe like what actions or what things you think would be important for someone to focus on? Get rid of negative talk, get rid of negative people. Like, I don't know, what's some of your take on that?
For me, it's all about understanding who you are. You got to know who you are. A lot of people walking around, what's your heritage? Where are you from? What's your bloodline? What are your people known for? That's where it starts off. I think a lot of us is walking around as people that don't know who they are. I know who I am. I know where I'm from. If you knew what tribe or what army or who your great grandfather was, maybe you'll start to look at things a little differently. I tell all my young brothers when I go speak to the slums, I say, you are nothing more than unconscious. You don't know your history. You don't know your culture. You don't know where you come from. You don't know that you're an original lover and giver. So if you don't know yourself, you got to take time to learn yourself. And a lot of people, they're carbon copies. That's what I said in the beginning. I said what they did was they lived a whole life, chased somebody else's dream, and it didn't work. And now they're depressed. That's your fault. That's your fault. Because you wanted to be like them instead of loving who you are. Everybody want to dress and look like somebody else. That kills you. And another thing, they lie to themselves. They lie on the internet, pretend they got a life that they do not live, and when they lay down at night, they realize that I am nothing. I lied. And to lie to yourself is like putting a 12 gauge under your chin and blowing your brains out. Because you realize this fantasy that I created is never going to come to life. Then you don't want to live anymore. But guess what? God got a reset button. Guess what? Every day. It's an opportunity to repaint your picture. So if you had a bad day yesterday, take that portrait, rip it up, throw it in the trash can, pull out a new blank canvas, and start painting what you were born to do. And you'll finally see the picture for your life. The first step and the only step is letting go of the human being you want to be and grabbing the person you were born to be. That's the difference. Happy.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.